Hey class, all right, Coach Let here. Today, two lifts we're going to be going over. First, your traditional lift, which is the bench press, as you can see here. Then our second lift, we're going to be going over the incline dumbbell modified champagnes. So right now, we're going to go over the bench press. All right, so first thing first with the bench press, depending on how much you're lifting, if you're going for a 1 rep max, or you want to go for like a PR personal record or lift heavyweight, always ensure that you have a spotter to help remove the weight and rack the weight after each exercise for safety precautions so you don't get injured. Also, optional is the back brace or weight belt, depending on how comfortable you are, depending on the exercise and what you're trying to do. If you're trying to perform an Olympic lift for max effort, you definitely want to have a back brace depending on how much weight you're trying to push up. Okay, so first things first, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your feet are positioned flat on the ground. Now, some people like to have just their heels or balls of their feet on the ground. It's totally up to you. It's more personal preference, in my opinion. I kind of like to have my feet kind of on the balls of my feet when I go into the rack or onto the bench to help give me more leverage when I go to lift the lift. All right, so we're going to ease back. Okay. Second important thing is to ensure your head is straight up. Your shoulders are evenly on the bench press. That way you're not awkward. You don't lean to one side or the other, just to prevent injury. Okay, you want to have that nice arch at the back. Now, what some people do to kind of adjust that, like if you watch your power lifters, they'll hold the back here, kind of get that nice arch in their back. All right, to get that supported base, core engaged and glutes engaged to help for the movement. Next is going to be your hand positioning. One technique that I use is most of your traditional 45-pound weight or barbells have the rigids here. So my rule of thumb, as I go just thumbs measured from then, okay, wrap my middle finger or index finger around. You'll see the line here that's indented on the bar. That makes sure I get the proper grip. Also, we want to make sure we get a full grip, okay? We don't want to do a half grip. We want to make sure we wrap our thumbs around. Also, notice my head position. I'm positioned straight up, as I said earlier, when I do perform this lift. Also, elbow placement. Okay, I want to make sure when I lower the weight, it stays at a 45. All right, when I bring the weight down. So as I go down, I'm going to explain the proper motion, going down and going up. So I got my feet positioned, got my back arch, shoulder blades are evenly on. Weight is lifted, hands are good. Okay, my eyes are going to stay positioned upward. Okay, where your eyes are is where the bar is going to follow. I'm going to lower, keeping that 45. Okay, going to lower the weight just below my nipple line. Then push straight up. All right, now, of course, when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're doing a steady motion. Okay, we're not pausing. Okay, that's a different exercise for a different day. So once again here, wrap fingers, come here, coming down just below nipple line, pushing up. Okay, racking the weight. All right, some of the problems or things that I see with people that are performing this lift: movement of the feet. So they're doing the exercise, demonstrate, they're rocking, they're jerking their feet around while they're doing the lift. Okay, don't want to do that. It's gonna disengage your core and your glutes. Okay, what you want to keep that tight during the whole motion, which helps for your explosion as you move the weight upward. Also, common thing that I see, okay, is wrong placement of the hands. So either you're too close or you're too wide, okay? Doing that will cause injury, too much stress on your shoulders, and you end up with a shoulder injury. We don't want that, all right? So always make sure it's a 45. Another thing that I see is when lowering the weight, okay, notice my elbows. Elbows are pointed out, coming down. Once again, stress of the rotator, okay, in your shoulders. You don't want a shoulder injury when performing the lift. So that's pretty much the explanation of how to perform this lift right. Always, like I said, safety first. If it's too heavy, when in doubt, get a spotter to make sure you can move the weight over and back when you finish, when you start and you finish the exercise.